to see how I created this DIY two-piece matching set, then keep on watching. So you're going to need your fabric, your pattern, your thread, scissors, and some pins. So I got 1.5 yards of fabric. This should be enough for your two-piece, and it actually should be a little bit more than extra depending on your size. I am a medium small, so it was enough for me. So I'm just going ahead and I'm folding the fabric in half. Then I'm going to take my pattern and I'm going to place it on top of the fabric. You don't want to waste your fabric, so you want to make sure that you get it as close as possible to the end. You want to try to save as much fabric as possible. So this is a two-way stretch fabric, and for those of you who aren't familiar with two-way stretch fabrics, they usually tend to roll up when you cut them. So I like to pin mine in place, and then I also pin the pattern on top of it. And when I made the pattern, I added a 1/2 inch seam allowance, so that's why I'm cutting it directly around the perimeter of the pattern. I'm not adding any extra, and on top of that, this is a stretch fabric, like I said. So that was the back piece that we just cut out. Now for the front piece, we're gonna have to add about 1.5 inches extra. So we're putting the same pattern and we're going to cut it on fold. However, in the front part of the seam, we're going to add, like I said, 1.5 inches, because that is where we're going to be adding the string to give you that ruching effect in the front of the shirt. And after cutting the pattern out, now I'm just going to cut straight down the middle of the seam, and that's where we're going to fold that backwards and hem it. And like I said, we're going to be adding the string inside of that part, as you can see. So now you just need to cut out maybe 1.5 inches worth of string so you can add it to the front of your shirt whenever you're ready. So after doing that, you're going to have three different pieces. They all should be identical. The front part should just be cut in half, and then you're also going to have your string to add in the front. So I folded it back and I did one straight stitch going straight down. And once you do that, it should look like this. So I went ahead and I added the straight stitch. Now I'm going to add the two together, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the string inside of it. Now you can attach the front piece and the back piece, and make sure you also hem the edges. Now it's time to cut out the sleeves. Like I said, the two-way stretch fabric sometimes like to roll into each other, so I like to pin it in place. So I'm just using my shirt from earlier, and then I'm going to use that as my pattern. So I just put a slit right there, and then I'm also going to put a pin where the shoulder and the arm part meets, and I'm just going to cut at an angle. I don't know the degree of the angle, but yeah. So after that, I stitched up the side, I hemmed it, and then I attached it to the shirt. So now it's time to move on to the legging part of this two-piece. So you can just take a pattern that you already have. As you can see, it has an elastic band in it. So when it comes to the waist part, you want to add about 3 inches more. And then when you get to the butt part, then you can go ahead and cut around the same width of the thigh. I went ahead and I sewed that up. And as you can see, now we finally have our two-piece, and we also have the drawstring in the front of the shirt, which gives that ruching effect. I really enjoy this two-piece. So that is it, lovies. I hope you enjoy. I hope you try it out, and it's definitely a dope look for back to school. You have many different looks with it, and you can also pair it with other things. Don't forget to like my video. Go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. And until next time, always remember to live, love you. Bye, guys.